So we had fast and testimony meeting yesterday where members of the congregation get up and bear testimony, and we had just started that when everything just happened.
What do you remember from your perspective? I mean, I know, sitting in service, your attention was probably toward the front. You're listening to people share their testimony. What do you remember?
So the second counselor of the bishopric, he just ended announcements and then started in on his testimony, and that's when we hear a loud boom and the back wall of the chapel just buckles inwards. Everything shook.
And from that moment, once the wall busted, I'm sure that was absolutely shocking for you guys. I mean, you had that initial shock. What followed?
Some people get up in panic and start heading for the parking lot, and then some of us decided to go check on it because we thought it was just somebody who ran off the road and hit the building.
So from there, you're under the impression that you guys aren't in danger at this point. You're under the impression that maybe this is someone who needs our help. When did you feel that things were starting to change?
Yeah, several people automatically thought they were in danger, but some of us didn't, and that's when I went out into the park, or went out to the front of the building, and that's when I saw the shooter start aiming at people and starting to shoot. That's when I turned around and started running for the door. I felt some shrapnel hit my left leg, and then as I'm running to the door, bullet grazed or went past me, hit the door on the left side of me about a foot away. I'm panicking and trying to get through the doors as fast as possible, and just expecting a bullet in my back. I was just waiting for it.
What were you thinking as you were trying to get away from that as fast as possible?
Just that. I'm thinking I'm a goner. I'm going to get hit because he's shooting at me. He missed every time. Later on, I found some shrapnel in my right foot. I think it was a piece of metal. It went through my shoe and found blood on my sock. I had EMTs check it out, and they don't think it's in there anymore, but it's sore.
Did you get a good look at the shooter?
It's all kind of a haze, and I just remember brown. I remember seeing a rifle, and then didn't look too much else, but I just turned and ran.
And you were with your kids and your wife, or who was? Tell us next, as you were trying to get away, especially in the vehicle.
So as I went outside, my wife, she had the foresight to get up and leave as soon as possible. So she got up, took my youngest son, ran for the back entrance, and my oldest son, he was holding the door for people that in the chapel, not knowing that he was in any danger, and then he started hearing shots, and that's when he ran through the gym, jumped up and onto the stage and tried to get out. But he was later on, I don't see him cry very often, but I saw the fear in his eyes. He was crying.
How worried were you that they could have been gone?
It was the scariest I've ever been in my life. It wasn't the shooter trying to shoot me. It was, is my family okay?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How relieved are you that you're okay, your family's okay, and that to the best of your ability you can heal as best as you can?
I'm extremely grateful. Somebody was looking out for me. I can't describe the joy that I felt when I saw my wife in the car with my two boys.
Have you had the opportunity, or have you guys talked about this at all amongst your family? You know, or is everybody just trying to cope right now?
So yesterday we have a good friend down the street where my two boys have friends down there, and they went over there and played with them, just trying to distract themselves. Later on, my dad flew from out of state and picked him up and sat there and talked for a little bit.
Everyone who did not experience what you experienced yesterday is going to have some opinion. What do you say to them, knowing they didn't process, they didn't experience what you experienced yesterday?
Yeah, there's so many people that are so quick to judge, so ready to point the finger at who did it, why they did it, some political reason, some just something. Everybody's making stuff up. We can't be making stuff up. We can't be pointing the finger. We can't make this political. We can't let this divide us. Everybody needs to be reporting the truth and all of the truth, not just part of it. We need to come together as a country. We're so divided. Everybody's so full of hate. I don't like going on Facebook. I don't like social media, and I avoid it because you post something and there's always somebody that's willing to. They're the keyboard warriors that have to think their opinion is fact, and we can't be doing that. The country needs to come together right now.
What do you think is going to be the next step for you and your family as you guys try to kind of begin your moving on from this?
I think just get our lives back to normal. I've got a lot of work to do on my house, and just go back to normal. I gave my family a blessing yesterday, in hopes that we can eventually look back on this time as just something that happened and not look back at it as in fear.
Anything else that we missed whatsoever? Anything that's on your mind and on your heart?
I'm sure there's going to be news outlets that are going to say, let's take the guns away, we need to talk about gun control. No, that's not what this is. This is about somebody with a mental illness who needed help. If he didn't have a gun, there was another way, and he would have used it. I believe that he was trying to drive his truck through the building to take out as many people as he could, but it was stronger than he thought.